So Shelby and I met at a pre-New Year's get-together. I walked into the room and all the couches were kind of like pushed close together, and there's a group sitting around a table. Lo and behold, there was a spot on the floor next to Shelby, and in the guy pursuit sort of way, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sit by this girl. From a very early time in the night, I knew that, wow, this girl's pretty special, and I want to get to know her. The night, kind of came to an end, and I was a little bummed that, I didn't get to talk to this girl more. And the next day, I found her on Facebook. I was just smitten by her. I had never done this before, but I asked her out over Facebook. An hour or two later, I got a response back that she said no. Rightfully so. She'd already committed to going on a date with another guy, and I still distinctly remember sitting, at lunch with my dad when I read that email and knowing, okay, well, this sucks, but it's okay. I definitely felt God's presence and Him just hugging me and saying, there's something special for you out there. He knew the greater plan, and He knew that it was still going to be her. But about 2 weeks later, John gives me a call and says, hey, you want to go dancing? Instantly, I'm asking, okay, well, what girls are there? And he's like, oh, Shelby's there. And does she think I'm weird, though? I kind of asked that question. He's like, no, she thinks you're really cool. Let's all get together. And so I was like, okay, I'm bold enough. I'll go ahead and go hang out with them. From the get-go, Shelby and I, started talking, and that night I think we had to dance to over 10 songs together, and we'd walk onto the dance floor, dance, come off and talk, go back onto the dance floor, dance, come off and talk, and really paid minimal attention to anybody else in that group. That night I asked her again, I said, I'm going to try this one more time. Do you want to go out with me sometime? And she had said yes. 2 days later, we went on our first date, the most in-depth first date I'd ever had. We talked about, our ambitions and what we wanted to do. We talked about my job and her at school and her upbringing and my upbringing and our theological views of Christ. Everything that she said, I was eating it up, and I was just like, this girl's incredible. I don't know where this is going, but I've got to continue to get to know her because she is special. Our dating relationship progressed very, very quickly to, being just like, hey, we're talking and going on dates, to, hey, we're together and we're dating. And I think that was God's intention of it too, because, I think we were both in a phase in life where we saw how much we liked each other, and we wanted that commitment to each other, and we want to center it around Christ and, in her grace and her patience and her supportiveness and the way she builds me up and, allows me to lead, but also, in the way that she, is a partner and the one that God had planned for me from the very beginning. He had this perfect plan in mind and this perfect picture of who Shelby was going to be for me and who she has become.
God, just thank you for this incredible girl. Just thank you for everything that she is to my life. Just thank you for the warmth she brings from her presence, from the happiness and joy she brings to anybody that she's around. God, I'm so unworthy to be even acquainted with a daughter of yours like this, God, and that you would even give me a chance to have this girl trust in me for the rest of her life would be just a task that I would not want to fail at, a task that I would want to succeed and lead. I would want to lead this girl as best I could, God. And because everything that Shelby is just so incredible, and she makes every day waking up more exciting and more fun, and wondering when our next adventure is going to be, God. And I know there's a journey ahead and there's an adventure ahead, and I want it to be with nobody else but this girl. God, I just continue to bless our future. Continue to bless this next step that we're about to take. And God, just protect our family and friends, and help them keep us accountable, and help us to show them the same kind of love that they show us on a consistent basis, God. And I pray.
You told me to.
Shall we marry? Will you marry me?
Yes.
We did.
Ain't never felt this way. Can't get enough, so stay with me. Sound like we got big plans. Let's drive around town on 10 hands. And you need to know you're the only one. Alright. Oh, my heart hurts so good.